Hey everyone, welcome to MaryFox Crypto, the channel where you are subscribed for the latest Bitcoin news, price action, and all things crypto. If you are new to this channel, welcome, please subscribe, leave your comments down below, like this video, share it with your friends, and if you are an experienced trader, make sure to check out the link in the description of this video. You can get a bonus up to $1,600 bonus on BYBIT for your trading for free if you sign up with my link. With that being said, let's talk about the price of Bitcoin, and we will start by looking at a Bitcoin 1-hour chart. And as you can see by the title, I actually wanted to talk about one specific indicator which was acting perfectly during this drop and a huge breakout which we saw recently. So let's start by looking a little bit in the past, which was on the 21st of April. And why we will look at this day, because we saw this crossover between the baseline and the conversion line. And I forgot to say, this is of course an Ichimoku cloud. If you know this indicator, then perfect. If you don't, then you will learn about it today as well. So the baseline, which is a yellow line, crossed above the conversion line, which is a pink kind of line. On my chart, you can choose whatever color you want. And this is a very bearish signal. So right after we saw this crossover, we saw a huge drop in the price of Bitcoin. If you look 26 candles back, right at this candle, when this crossover happened, you will see that at this point right here, which is a closing price of this candle here, which is a candle right at this crossover, the lagging span was above the closing price of this candle, which means that we still had a support of a lagging span, or the mountain, which is a green line here. However, right after we lost the support and the price dropped below the closing price of this candle, at this point we did not have any support of the mountain anymore, and the price dropped like crazy. So ever since we lost support of this lagging span, the price dropped down, and we did not have any support here because the lagging span was way too far below the closing prices. And also during this time that the price was dropping, the whole time the conversion line was never ever above the baseline, which is also a very bearish signal. And here also the price was also below both conversion and baseline, and also the price was always during this drop below the cloud, which was of course a very bearish signal as well. And if you look at the current situation, we will see that during this consolidation period, when the price was kind of within the cloud, it was closing beneath the cloud or in the cloud. This was a consolidation period, not a good period for trading based on this trading system. And based on any trading system, like in a period of consolidation, it's never a good time to enter a long or a short trade. You should wait for some confirmation. So this is exactly what happened here. After we saw a very bearish candlestick pattern. By the way, if you have not watched my videos about candlestick patterns, make sure you do so right after you finish watching this video. So right after we saw this bearish candlestick pattern, the price of course dropped, and then we saw a very bullish candle. And if you have not entered a trade yet here because you wanted to for some confirmation, even though it was a very bullish pattern, or you simply missed that the next candle closed above both the conversion line, which is a pink line, and the baseline, which is a yellow line. But at this time, we still did not have a support of a lagging span because it was right here. You could not see this whole part here. You can only see like 26 days in the past. So like right now, you can't see the line above this line, above the price or below this price, because you can only see 26 periods back. So at this time, we did not have a support of a lagging span or the mountain, and actually the price, the cloud was still red. But in the next candle, when the price closed above the cloud, which is already a very bullish signal, we had our lagging span above, like very high above the closing price of this candle, which is another bullish signal. And the price, we actually could not see, like, I'm sure the cloud was not green yet, but it was just about, like, leading span A was just about to cross leading span B. We can actually use a replay mode to see what was going on. Yeah, like I said, the cloud was still red, but as you can see, it is very, very close to turning into a green cloud. And at this point, you could have already entered your trade because you had all your signals. It was just perfect. And the price was, of course, above both conversion line and the baseline, which is our last bullish signals, which means we have 0 bearish signals. So even if you have entered the trade right here when you had all of your signals, it would still be in almost 9%. And if you have traded this with leverage, it could be 9% if you traded this with 10x leverage, and you can do so on BYBIT. I want to remind you, I have a link in the description of this video, and if you sign up with my link, you can get up to $1,600 for your trading for free if you sign up with my link and make a deposit. So now let's take a look at the current situation. So we are still, I think we are still above the conversion line, and the conversion line was acting as a support line recently. As you can see, it is, these two lines are very similar to moving averages, I would say. So we are still very, very bullish on a 1 hour time frame because we have our cloud is green, the price is above the conversion line and the baseline, and the leg and span is above the closing price of this candle, which means that everything looks very bullish. Now let's look at 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, we also have very good news. The conversion line just crossed above the baseline, which is a very, very bullish signal. The price is still in the cloud, it's not above the cloud, but what is great that we finally have our leading span A has crossed above leading span B, which made our cloud finally green. It was red for the whole week, I think. So right now our cloud is green. The price is trying to break above the cloud, and we also have a support of the mountain because the leg and span is way above the closing price of this candle. If we look at a daily time frame, so on a daily time frame, things are not looking that great yet. However, we also have some good news. The good news is, no, let's start with the bad news. Bad news is that 50-day moving average, which is a, I think it's hard to see because I have so many lines now, but anyway, this line here is a 50-day moving average, and we broke below this support line of a rising wedge. We broke down and we broke below the 50-day moving average, which was acting as a support ever since Bitcoin was around like $10,000, 10 or $11,000. So this is very, very bad, of course, but if you like shorting Bitcoin in the bull market and if you like to speculate on the price, this was a perfect opportunity for you to short Bitcoin, because this is rarely happens. That we have not seen this happening for a long time, and now when Bitcoin finally broke below the 50-day moving average, this would be a perfect opportunity for a short trade if you are shorting Bitcoin in a bull market. This would be about 17% move. So if you have shorted Bitcoin when it broke below the 50-day moving average, then I'm happy for you. You have made a lot of money. So right now the price is already above the conversion line, and we still need to break back above the 50-day moving average and turn it into a support, because as you can see, we have already tried to break it. Like, we tested this line 3 times and got rejected. So we really need to push back above the 50-day moving average in order to be very bullish on a daily time frame. However, I am bullish on Bitcoin in the long term. I think that was all for today's video, and I want to remind you to check out the link in the description of this video. If you sign up on BYBIT with my link, you can get up to $1,600 bonus for your trading if you make a deposit, and of course sign up with my link. So that was all for today's video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, leave your comments, like this video, share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.